people, I've got a chronic health issue and I've not been able to train at the gym, so I've gained weight. That's why I look like this. And then if I could, I'd even whip out a photo of the before me and say, look, here's even the evidence. I used to be skinny. Love me. Validate me. My name's Kim. You're here at Unfiltered by The Capture Co. I'm your ex-nurse turned female empowerment bestie. So we all know, if you're a female, that fat shaming is a massive problem, and I have experienced this myself. As a woman, there is expectations placed on us by society that we must look a certain way. Myself, personally, I have been an array of weights throughout my life. I have gone from skinny girl to extra weight girl, and at this current moment in time, I am the heaviest that I have ever been in regards to the scales. But this is something I had to learn to live with. I had a chronic health issue, so of course my body was going to change. Now, what happened from that is I found myself, as I gained weight, as I was less active, I felt like I had to explain to people that, I've gained weight. Because I seem to think that they needed to know that for me to still hold some sort of worth in today's society. And it's ridiculous. So I would say to people, I've got a chronic health issue and I've not been able to train at the gym, so I've gained weight. That's why I look like this. And then if I could, I'd even whip out a photo of the before me and say, look, here's even the evidence. I used to be skinny. Love me. Validate me. Isn't that just ridiculous? Like I said, I have gone through every step, and I've gone through it and I've gone back and I've gone through it again. I'm literally going to share photos on the screen of young Kim all the way through to current Kim, and my weight has fluctuated. But one thing that has never changed until recently is my thoughts about my worth and its connection to my weight. So I can tell you that in my early 20s was definitely the worst. And I felt that to be considered attractive, considered valuable, for people to take me seriously, I had to be skinny and attractive, and I had to present myself in a certain way. And this put so much pressure on me that it was unreal. Like, I literally stopped eating at one point in my early 20s, and I was living off of corn chicken bites with nothing on them, just plain corn chicken bites, 5 of them. They were my lunch. It got so bad that I literally couldn't even go to the toilet anymore because I had no fibre in my diet, and my mum had to get me laxatives. 22 and relying on laxatives to be able to do shit. So we all know, like we said, it's difficult. It's so difficult being a woman, and it's so difficult being a woman who is overweight. Now, the problems that we have with this is that it affects us in all aspects of our lives, be it career, be it how we are treated by the medical field, and how we're treated by men. I'm here to tell you that your value is not connected to your current weight. Whatever those scales have to say to you, it means fuck all. Like, you deserve love, you deserve to be valued in any field, in any form, in anything that you're doing in life. I was watching Bridget Jones the other night in the hotel, and although I remember that Bridget Jones was meant to be the fat girl and how she always wasn't fat, I hadn't watched it for quite some time. So what I realised watching it the other night is just how ridiculous this whole Bridget's fat was. She stands on the scales at the start of the movie and she is 9.5 stone. 9.5 stone. And she then goes on to say that she wants to lose 20 pounds. 20 pounds. How ridiculous is that? The fact that they even considered 9.5 stone for someone of her build, her height, as being overweight is ridiculous. And the fact is, they were setting this standard that for her to be a perfect weight, she'd have to lose 20 pounds. What is 20 pounds off 9.5 stone? That's under 8 stone. We would be looking at Bridget Jones to be between 7.5 and 8 stone at that point of her weight loss journey. And this is the recurring theme throughout this movie, is that she is the bigger woman. She is a little bit plumpy. This adds to her personality. She has to be a little bit funnier. She has to be a little more out there to be treated respect. But equally, the men show her a lack of respect because she's plumper. Why would she possibly find a man to love her when she's 9.5 stone? What a joke. But it's not just for films, it's literally reality. And the problem that we have is that society doesn't seem to be making changes in a hurry. And it is still, in this current day and age, it's showing through studies that if you have two women who were to go for a job interview and they had the exact same qualifications and experience, they would hire the slimmer and more attractive female over the larger woman. Because society keeps telling us that your weight determines your value. It does not determine your value. I can also think of examples where, since my health declined, I have been to doctors and I have been to consultants at the hospital, and they have treated me like absolute crap because of my weight. I even had one male doctor who asked me what my scale weight was, and I told him. He put my BMI in the system and then spun the computer screen round and went, "That's not very good, is it?" Oh, thank you. That is so useful. So useful for my current health issues. The problem I have is that he then associated the fact that I was chronically unwell with the fact that my BMI said I was overweight or almost obese. So at that point, he then started telling me that if I was to lose weight, if I became more active, if I ate better, then my chronic health issues would disappear. It would no longer be a problem. The issue being that I was not chronically overweight when I became unwell. I was very slim. I worked out at the gym 4 times, 5 times a week. I was on my feet all day long as a NHS nurse, and I had horses that I rode every day after work. So literally my schedule would be get up, go to the gym, go to work and walk my ass off, maneuver patients and everything. Then I would go to the horses afterwards, ride my horses. Then I would go home and I would settle down for the day, where I would probably eat a gusto meal. That was how I was living my life prior to becoming unwell. But he was trying to tell me that the reason I was unwell was because I was fat. And it took me 3 appointments with this consultant for him to finally realise that I had not always been this way and that my weight did not influence my current health. I explained to him that my health declining meant I could no longer do the things that I used to do, like go to the gym. I'd left my job as a nurse. But I then gained weight. I didn't gain weight and then develop all my health issues. Shock, horror. Who'd have thought it? A skinny little girl getting chronic health issues. No way. Absolutely no way. And the thing is, it follows you around. I even know that I had an experience where I phoned the GP. I wanted to update her on my current health issues, and she then told me that the reason I had lost my period 5 years ago was because I was overweight. And if I thought about doing some, even easy exercise, your period will return. I then had to repeat the entire process again, where I explained to her when I lost my period before, I was slim and really active. And this was then met with her absolute surprise. And she said she actually did apologise, and she said, "I'm sorry that I just assumed that you lost your period because you were overweight." So, yeah. But it's hard. It is so hard being a woman and in general. But then when you start to add weight to everything, our body shape and body size, how it appears, to how we treat people, there is something seriously wrong in the world. Now, the reason I wanted to start this channel and call it Unfiltered is because I am sick, fed up of everything to do with filtering. I even enjoy watching YouTube videos myself, and there's a lot of YouTubers out there who I really enjoy that are female, and they talk about female empowerment topics and they cover them so well. But when I watch them, I still think they have sat and styled their hair, they have sat and done their makeup, and they've put really nice clothes on to come on and record their YouTube video. But where is the raw in this? Where is the woman who, like, I can't be bothered putting makeup on day to day. If I've got an event or a date night or a photo shoot, then like for myself, then I will put my makeup on and I'll do my hair. But day to day, no, I just cannot be arsed with that. I'm not going to lie. So I decided that with my YouTube channel, it's going to be me, unapologetic, just myself, in a variety of PJs with a cup of tea, because I freaking love a cup of tea, and my hair will be doing whatever the heck it does because it has a mind of its own. And you are going to either enjoy this or you're not. And you're going to enjoy me with my eye bags, with my large round belly. You're going to enjoy watching me regardless of my appearance, because you're going to value me for the information that I'm giving you over my appearance. So I am a female empowerment photographer, and I have a lot of women who contact me saying that they would love to do a photo shoot, but they would have to lose weight first before they did it. My thing with that is that, again, this is something that's been built into social media, is that you see people, they get a PT and then they lose weight and they start to feel better about themselves, and then their PT says, "What about a photo shoot?" And they think, right, okay, let's go for it, because I have to document the journey that I've just been on. And that is great. Like, if you've done that for yourself, then that's great. But what you need to realise is you do not have to lose weight to step in front of the camera. You don't have to think, I would love to do a photo shoot, but first I have to go and get a PT, and then I have to do all the work, and then I have to do the photo shoot. No, no, no. What we need to do is embrace the fact that our bodies are sexy as fuck, just as they are. And any woman of any size, of any colour, of any age deserves to have that moment in the spotlight, to feel like the queen that she is on the inside. You are all beautiful in your own unique ways, and when we start to all look the same, life becomes so boring. Especially from a photographer's point of view. If all my clients looked the same, there would be no point in doing it anymore, because it would be like a chore. I love the fact that my clients have different body shapes, have different hair colours, have different skin tones, are different ages. That is one of the things that excites me the most, is the fact that I have clients who are in their early 20s, and I have clients who are in their like late 60s, early 70s, and I think that is absolutely amazing that there's women out there who fuck it. I'm not letting society tell me that I'm too old to be sexy and attractive and wear lacy lingerie and all these kinds of things. It's it's amazing. But also we have a problem with men. That's a bit ominous. We're just going to leave it there and say that we have a problem with all men. But there is also an issue where men treat women differently depending on their body size. And if you are considered to be slim and sexy, really attractive to men, these are men that are going to want to buy you a drink at the bar. They're going to whistle at you as you walk down the street. Like, not that we want that anyway, because yeah. Um, but you will find that if a woman is considered unattractive to men, and most men say that a woman is unattractive because she's fat, is that they will still say things to you as you walk down the street. But what they might say to you as you walk down the street is they might shout, "Oh, you're a munter," and you think, who in hell gave you the right to think you can speak to anybody like that? Anyone. Who gave you the right to comment on what a woman's body looks like or whether you think that she is attractive or not? Because her value obviously comes down to the fact that men think she's really sexy or not. Like, what a load of rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I recently seen a reel on Instagram of an influencer who is quite well known, and she is a woman of a larger body size, and her partner is very fit. He's very muscular. He obviously goes to the gym regularly, and they posted this reel of them getting ready for date night, and it was very wholesome, and it was just them putting on their clothes. But when you went on to the comment section, it was man after man after man after man absolutely annihilating this woman, and it was things like, "There's no way that he's attracted to her. She must have loads of money," or "Sir, if you need help, blink twice," or "She must be holding him against his will." Like, oh my god. Really? Seriously? Is this the world that we live in? If she had been a woman who was slim and attractive, none of these comments would have been like that. These men would have been in those comments and they would have been like, "Hey, oh my god, man, your wife is sexy as fuck, or you are the luckiest man in the world for bagging a woman like that." But because she was larger, because she was overweight, they decided, hell, we can say whatever we want. We can treat her however we want because she has no value. And the thing is, we all fall into these traps as women that we feel like we need to change, that we need to lose weight. How many of you go into the gym or start doing home workouts and you say, "I would love to lose a stone." And then over time you lose a stone and you go, "Actually, what would make me really happy is to lose another £5. And then you lose that £5 and you turn around and you go, "Actually, what would make me really happy would be to lose another £5." Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you look like, society is still going to tell you that you are not enough. So you are going to continue to move the goalposts, trying to chase society's approval. We as women do not need to prove ourselves to anyone. The people who matter will support us, and the people who don't support us don't matter. The reason that I got involved in female empowerment and started my brand, The Capture Co., is because I was unsupported as a woman who was going through health problems, a woman whose body was changing, a woman whose abilities in life were reduced, and I felt so fucking alone. I was at home. I didn't leave the house for 2 months straight because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know where I fit into society anymore. I wasn't working. I was gaining weight. I felt like crap. and I felt like I was worthless. I felt like I was undeserving to be part of this current world, which is obviously nonsense. I want you to know that you hold so much value just by being you, just by being the person that is inside you, the caring person, the person who probably bends over backwards for our friends and our family, the person who loves with all of her heart, the person who is creative, the person who loves to dance around her house, the person who cares about cooking really good, nutritious meals for her family. You are so much more than your body and your weight. I hope you remember that. If you'd like to hear some more, why not subscribe? I'm going to try and do this regularly enough, but where I am more regular is over on Instagram. So check out our Instagram, which is at _capture_co, or subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I look forward to speaking to you all again soon.